Okay, let's get started. Okay, you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So last session we discussed about the what are the
Joints.
joints and what are the different uh,
Joints.
joints. What are the different inner joint, left outer joint, right outer joint, and full outer joint and cross joints. Today we're gonna demonstrate with all the examples so that you will be able to know what are those joints and how it is gonna work practically so that you can try yourself and get to know more details on that. Okay, so let's begin with that. Let me share this. Okay, so let's connect to this table is there. Let's connect to my local. Hope it is there. Okay, let's create this table. So something wrong. Let's insert this data. James Hong only inserted. Why this is not inserted? Okay, I just created one table called salesman. In the salesmen's, we are having a data of 5001 James New York 15 commission. So like that, we are having a five records in that table. Okay, we will. So this is a sales table and corresponding customer tables also. I'm going to create. So with the in the if you observe in this table, I'm creating a customer table which is having customer ID as the primary key and salesman ID from the salesman table is the reference key and the foreign key in the customer table. So what is the understanding here? In the salesman table, I created a customer salesman table with the salesman ID as the primary key, wherein in the customer table, I'm creating a customer table in the customer ID, and customer ID is the primary key, wherein salesman ID from the salesman team will be a foreign key, so that we are able to build the relationship between customer table and the corresponding salesman table. Okay, and next we can create the department table also, where the department ID is the primary key and department in the department ID is the primary key in department table. Okay, so that is already there. It is what it is showing. So we are good, and we are inserting the, let me select the data in this table. Yeah, data is already there in this table, which I was trying to insert. Customer also, I will just have a look at it. So customer is not having any data because I just created the table out of it. And next one is jobs, right? In the jobs might be this table is already created. Yeah, already table is there is what it is saying. Let's check it out in the jobs. Job table is also there. And next, emp table is there or not? Emp table is also there. Okay, so we created 18,000 is already inserted. We are having a data. Okay. Okay, next. So now we created all the tables that is required to demonstrate the joins concept. As I said, the inner join is the data between two tables which is common, right? So when you do the join of two tables with the inner join, it will pull out the data which is the common data between two tables with the help of relationship between the primary key and foreign key conditions. And then there is always n tables n minus 1 condition, that is on conditions basically. In this case, emp table and department tables, right? If you observe the data in this table, so emp table is having a employee id as the primary key. In the department table, department id is the primary key, wherein this relationship between these two tables will be always connected between the department IDs. If you observe, right, the employee ID, sorry, in employee table, employee ID is the primary key, wherein department table, department ID is the primary key. This department is the foreign key in employee table as well, because it has to know which employee belongs to which department. If you observe, right, 510 and 511 employee IDs are belonging to department ID 60. Okay, that is the department. 60 is the sales department, right, in department table. Similarly, in 512 and 513 are the employees who are belonging to 65 and 66, and jockey 600 and 609 who are belonging to 65, right? That in the 65 department id is nothing but the electronics, and 66 department id is nothing but goods. So when I do the inner join between these two tables, what will happen? It will fetch out the data which is the common between these two table. Example, so 60, how it will do the join? 60 first record, first employee record, it will go and check whether 60 is existing or not. If it is existing, it will fetch out that result. Similarly, 60 511 employee id is belonging to 60 department. It is there or not in the department table? Yes, it is there. Then it will also display 65. Similarly, 65 is there or not? It will check for the 65 and it will display. Similarly, 65, another 66 is there, 65 is there. It will all check for that and it will display the common data between that table. You guys understood? Just I will try to execute this. So how you gonna write it? Select. So you are always aliasing the two tables with the aliasing name. Example, in emp table I am aliasing with e. In the join condition, either you can write it as an inner join or just a join. That just a join is nothing but the inner join. Okay, in departments is aliasing with d table. So whatever the columns that I want to fetch from emp table, that I have to recognize with the e dot. Okay, e dot employee id, e dot first name, e dot last name, and e dot salary. From department table, whatever the column that I want to display, that I have to reference from the aliasing which I mentioned here, d dot department name. So my requirement is just I want to display the employee id and first name, last name, and salary and corresponding department name. So in this case, if you observe the data, right, in the employee table there is no department name column is there, right? But the department name column is there in the department table. So in order to fetch the employee data corresponding department name data, I need to establish the join condition between these two tables with the help of join condition. What is the join condition that I can use to fetch that particular department details data? That is common column between these two tables are, which is department id, which is the primary key in department table, wherein that is the foreign key in the employee table, wherein it is able to build the relationship between these two tables. When it will check for each record, when you do the inner join, each record will go and check the corresponding department id details. If it is there, then it will display. If it is not there, it will not display. It should be whatever the data that is present in this table and this table which is common, that result set alone will comes into the result set. Example, if you there is a 68 and 69 department id is there, but this 68 and 69 department id is not aligned with any employees data in the employee table. In that case, it will not display. It will display only the employee details which is corresponding the department id which is common between these two tables. That's how it is going to display the department details of the name corresponding to employee details. If you see, right, currently employee sales is there, accounts also is not there. If you observe, right, any employees are not matched to accounts, it will also not display. And 65 it is there, it will display. 66 it is there, it will display. Cloths and vegetable, which are the department id 68 and 69, is not belonging to any employees, it will not display. That's how the detailed result set will come out. Let's check it out. See here, it is displayed 510 Alex Haynes. The He is belonging to sales department because the sales department, if you observe, let's run the data together, then you will be able to recognize and able to get how the inner join is working, right? So let's run all three together. First output is the employee output and second output is the department output. Now I am doing the inner join between these two tables on the department id column. Let's see how the output will come. As I said, so result set, if you see, right, first record 510 Alex belonging to the 60th department id, it is present in this department table. That's why it is displaying Alex Haynes display 25,000 with 68 department id is nothing but sales, it is displayed. Similarly, 511, it will go to the next row, check the 511 on 60th department id, it is present here department, so it is displayed as the sales for that particular department, that particular employee id. Similarly, 512 belonging to 65 employee department id, that is nothing but the electronics which is present here, so that will display electronics. Similarly, 66, the department ID who is belonging to Kumar Raj, who is 513 employee ID, is belonging to goods department, it will display as the goods. Similarly, 600 Jackie belonging to 65 department ID, he is displaying as the, since there are two records with the same different employee ID with the different names, hence it is displaying twice. So it is matching. If the department IDs are matching, it will display this corresponding department name details against the those employee details. So if the understanding of inner join is the common data between two tables with the help of on condition, which is the helping us to establish the relationship between two tables. In this case, department id is the primary key in department table, which is the foreign key in employee table, will help us to build the relationship with the common data extraction between two tables. Any questions on this? So this is one
No,
example. Yeah, go on. Yes, go on. Any question?
no, sir.
Okay. So the currently I displayed you to the two tables, but I want to see the jobs details also, right? So if what is the employee and corresponding department name and also corresponding job details, right? If at all I want to do the relationship between these three tables, then you have to extend the join between the other table also. If you observe, right, employee table join with department table on department id and department id, and another join that I'm bringing in, that is jobs, which is helps to build the get the jobs details of that particular employee details, right? That is C. I am aliasing with C. If you observe, right, I am pulling the job title of that employee with the jobs table. So which is the column that I am going to do the establish the join condition, that is C, that is job id from the jobs table, wherein the table which is E, man, 1 minute, E is the employee table, employee id. So in the employee table I am having the job id wherein it is establishing the relationship between job table where is the job id is present, right? Job id will help us to get the corresponding job title for that employee. If you see, right, if you run the jobs table, it will be having the job id, which is the primary key, and corresponding job titles against to that. If you see, right, 1001 officer, 1002 clerk, 1003 manager, 1004 admin, all these job titles corresponding to that job id. And this job id is present in the employee table also. If you observe, right, if you observe, the employee table is having the 510, his job id is 1001. 511, his job id is 1002. So it will check for each record to this to get the job titles when you do the join of these three tables, right? So my agenda is, my intention is to get the employee details, corresponding department details, and corresponding job titles as well. So with the help of inner join, when I do that, it will get you the, first it will check here and check this particular department id details. If it is there, it will get the details, and that corresponding job id, it is there or not, that it will check for this title to this title. If it is matching, then only it will get it. Okay. If you observe, right, 1001, 2, 3, 4 is there, but anything other than that it will not display, but everything is matching, it will get you the corresponding details. That's how it is going to work inside. See, it will get you the corresponding job titles against the department name, which is matching with the department ids, corresponding employee details. Any questions on this? Similar,
No,
yeah. Okay, similar case with the left join, right? The only difference between the inner join and left join is, uh, the inner join is only common data between two tables, wherein in the left join, common data between two tables, also all the data that is present in the first table, that is left table, right? In this case, the left table would be employee table, because that is your left table. If you see, right, okay, one change there is always, as I said, what is your left table is the first table, right? In this case, department is the first left table. Okay, so all the data that is present in departments table, along with that, the corresponding matching data between departments to employee table, that's how the data will come up. If you observe, right, run the employee table and department table, it will fetch you all the records in the first table, that is departments table, and corresponding matching data between the other table, that is this table, right? So it will get you the 6 rows plus common rows between the second table, that is department table. So I'm getting you the left join, same thing, you have to do the aliasing and everything, and all the other details will be remain same. But the only thing is, what is your first table is the left table, which is you are doing the left join. And second thing is, only here you need to make sure that you are writing it as a left join to get the left join data rather than join or inner join. Okay, see, you are able to see the data, right? Now let's run these three together so that you will be able to get it how it is working. See here, what is your left table? The left table is all your departments here. See here, it is displayed you 68 and 69 also, right?
yeah,
Since 68 and 69 are displayed, why? Because even though the data corresponding matching data is there or not doesn't matter, but it will fetch you the details. Okay, but corresponding employee details will be null, because there is no matching data for these two records in the employee details. So even the department id details are displaying here, but it is not displayed any corresponding employees detail for those department which is not mapped to any employees detail. So all the records from the employee table will be displayed, and along with that, the common data between both the employee table and department table will be displayed. That's how left join is work. Similarly, if I do the right join, right, it is a vice versa of that. It will display all the records from the right table. If you, and also the common data between two tables. That's how it is going to work. See here. So right join, in this case employee table is my left table, and right table will be departments table. Again similar output, only the thing is, which is your right table, departments table, it will display the all the departments data. See here, again same thing, right? If you observe, right? So clothes and vegetables it is displayed, but none of the employee details are came, because your left right table will be department. In this case I just made the vice versa change for your understanding. You guys got it, how the left
Yes.
join and right join works?
Yes.
Okay. Next, the last one is outer join. Outer join is, full outer join is all the common data between two tables, and all the records from the left table and all the records from the right table. It will consider all the columns, all the data from right table, left table, as well as the common data between two tables. That's how it is gonna act. So let's run the same thing. You have to write, you have to change only the full outer join in place of inner join, left join, right join. Okay, in place of that you have to write full outer join on department id and department id. Okay, so let's run all three together so that you will be able to get it. So see here, it will display all the employees data. Okay, 1 minute, I'm getting one call. Ravi.
Hey, hi, Alesh. It is 7:31. Anyway won't be there, right?
No, right?
I'm
Not that.
surprised that he won't join, right? This guy.
No, no, I don't think.
Okay, fine. I think what happened, man? Your discussion done?
No, not yet, Ravi.
Why is it delaying actually?
Don't know, yaar, what is going on inside.
Yeah, but no, other things are going on, but nothing. They will say sometime October only it is done, right? Why they have to reveal? They can just reveal, right? Why they have to wait until last minute?
So that people will not get time to speak, right?
Yeah, I know. Because it is every company it's like that. Because
Mm.
they'll start in last week only.
Mm.
27, 28, 29th. By the time you try to speak, you will say that I am busy with other things.
Other stuffs.
That is our tendency. I think that's what we'll see. So, what is now they're saying next gen is important, shift left is important, but they're again saying that zero tolerance and all. What is that they want to do? They want to do themselves the projects. They can do right because there is a technical he can give suggestions. I think Bill can review, and they can take some couple of people. Why everybody has to be there?
Market is not good, Ravi. That is the problem. Market is not good, na. We have
That
to.
is the reason. That is the reason they are saying that zero tolerance next year. Even if you get some defect, you will be counted for your link to performance. So next year it will be tough. That's what they are saying. And also, yeah.
After all this over, they will be calm down. Don't worry.
I know. But somewhere overall picture is done, but there are here and there some people are getting actually jobs. Not that this tough for experienced people, but there are, I think, but I don't know who are and all who are getting, but it is not that. Yeah, it's like definitely it is not a full good market. So it's like just like they get it and move out, but it is at the same time. It is in India at least. It is not that very difficult. Maybe some people are moving actually. But
Yeah, people will move. I mean, after this, people will move. Don't worry.
yeah, out of this because you put a lot of effort. See, compared to other project, our project is little different because every release will have something, and every sprint will not have something like Joram say we can just leave that. No, it's not like that. Maybe the whole year only the December was okay this time because since we are telling from the beginning, all offshore people at least Aram say they have taken leaves this time. But earlier and all, it's not like that, right? It is all like cancellation and all. But I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you're at home, huh?
Yeah, I reached home.
Bangalore tomorrow.
Bangalore? Tomorrow means?
Are you at Bangalore?
No, no, in Bangalore only, na? No.
Okay. Not your Hariveri.
No, no, no.
Okay. But he didn't speak to you
Nothing, man,
this time.
nothing,
Huh?
nothing he spoke so far.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Sure.
7:30 to 9. Chalo.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
bye. Bye.
Yeah, full outer join is nothing but, as I said, if you observe this data, right, all the data from left table and all the data from right table, and also the common data between two tables. If you observe, right, so if you, the common data is 510, 510 is common, 510 is common, so all this data would be displayed. Okay. Similarly, department ID, all these departments which is there, it will display along with the common data. These are not common data. Still, it is going to display because it is a all the data from right table also. The common data anyway, it is going to display 60, 61, 65, 66, as it is already displayed with the some of the employees tag to that. Along with that non-common data, which is 68 and 69, also it is going to display. That's how it is, the data is coming up here. If you observe, right, departments are not mapped to any employees. For those corresponding employees, details are null, but it is displaying, since it has to take from the all the data from right table and also the left table. That's why it is displaying, and the common data anyway it is going to display, considering both the tables. Any questions on this?
No.
Okay, so this is about the full outer join. The cross join is, see, as I said, employee table and department table, right? So employee table is having around how many rows? Just count it. So it is having 6 rows. Okay, and department table is having 6 rows. Okay, 6 into 6 into, it is not the 6 into 6, around 36 rows will be displayed when you do the cross join. Cross join is nothing but the, it is the Cartesian product of the two tables. So employee table, it do the Cartesian product with the departments table, which is 6 rows from employee table will be multiplied with the 6 rows of the department table, and it display the Cartesian product of two tables, which is 36 rows. See here, for each record, six records. For each employee data, if you observe it, 510, 510, 510, 510, 510, and 510. 510s are corresponding department details are displayed. For each employee, corresponding departments are displayed from the department tables. So what I mean is, it is the Cartesian product of the two tables. 6 rows are there from employee table, multiply with the other 6 rows of the department table, that is 36 rows. It is gonna display for each record, it is displaying the corresponding department details against to that. So each employee details will be having the corresponding departments will be multiplied together. So that's how the Cartesian product will work. Any questions on this, or you understood?
Yes.
Okay. So the another one example is merge. Merge is whatever the insert, update, delete. All three operations will happen together in a single statement, that is merge. So example, I will tell you where the merge will comes into the picture. Okay. So there is a retail. You can take it as a big bazaar, right? In the big bazaar, what are the products will be there? For those, product ID will be there, right? So product ID, today there is one Lux soap is coming to the big bazaar. Tomorrow that Lux soap uh, name is changing from Lux to Lux New. Okay, that product of the name is going to be changed, right? So far, from day one to till today, that is 20th of 2025, this is coming as Lux only. But from tomorrow onwards, 21st onwards, it is going to be changed as Lux New or Lux Sandal, something like that. Some new name is coming out. But if that is the case, then in the database, in the product table, that particular row, so and so date to so and so date till 20th, the product name should be inserted in the table as Lux. But from tomorrow onwards, it has to update, it has to get updated to Lux Sandal as a new name. So whatever the product ID it is there, it has to get updated with the new name, that is Lux Sandal. In that case, you have to do the update for that. Okay. And also you think in another scenario, Lux soap was coming so and so date to till today, but tomorrow onwards that soap itself is getting stopped coming to the market itself. In that case, that product has to be deleted from the product table, correct? So you have to deactivate or delete that particular thing. So you, in case of name change or location change or something has to change on the existing product, that is update. If the product itself is stop coming to the market, which is coming so far, then it has to be deleted in the table. So if it is a new product introduced, example, Mysore Sandal new soap is got introduced into the market, then the new product ID and new product name and then the corresponding details of that product has to be inserted into product table. So that in that case, that is the insert. So whenever new product come into the market, that is a insert operation has to happen on the product table. If the product got name got changed from so and so date to so and so date, it was name and it is got updated with some other name now, so calling it as a different name, so then that has to update it in the update in the product table. If the product itself is stop coming into the market, then has to be deleted from the product table. So all these operations, that is insert, update, delete, all these operations should be done in a single statement, that is called merge. Merge is the insert, update, delete based on the, yes, they will call it as the slowly changing dimension. Slowly changing dimension means dimension is, you can take it as a product, customer, employees, all these are the different dimensions of the table of the database. So all these will be slowly changing. Slowly changing means they may change, product name may change and product stop coming into the market, right? A new product may introduced. So all these are called as slowly changing dimensions, right? So to handle that operation, there is a concept called SCD, that is slowly changing dimension. For slowly changing dimension corresponding, how the insert, update, delete would be happen, it happens via merge statement, right? So if you observe, right, there are two tables that I'm created here, SCD and SCD1. If you observe, right, in the SCD table I am having a product ID 1325, which is close up, Pepsodent, Bubble and DEF, right? In the SCD1 table I am having a 1125, which is having a close up, product name, close up, Bubble, Pepsodent and DEF, right? So now some product ID, example in the SCD table, that is first table, if you observe, right, this table I am updating the name of that product to Pepsodent. So I mean to say, in the currently whatever the product number 3 which is coming as Pepsodent, right, that is going to, okay, I am changing that to something, man, ABC, you can say that. Okay, now whatever the product ID which is there in the product table, that is SCD table, that is Pepsodent for the product ID 3, but suddenly the name of this Pepsodent got updated with Pepsodent latest. Okay, if that is the case, I have to update that product, right? So what I need to update product ID equals to 3, that is product name. The new name should be, so wherever the, okay, I'm doing it in reverse way, okay, no problem. So I'm updating the product ID as Pepsodent, that is leave it. So now some product, now what I'm doing is in SCD1, so the merge statement, how you gonna write, always insert, update, delete will happen is, so merge you have to write merge SCD1 target table, that is nothing but the, there is a other table, right, SCD1 table, which is your target table where the data should be insert, update, delete should happen via SCD table. You take it as this is source table, this is a destination table. Based on the source changes, the destination table has to be changed. I mean to say, based on the market changes, the your table should be get updated, right? Like that. So whatever the change using the SCD table, this is how the concept goes, this is how the syntax will write. Merge SCD1 using aliasing with T using SCD table, that is your source table. On product id is your join condition. So when not matched by target, that means when whatever the product id is coming,
Sorry, I don't understand.
when the whatever the product id is coming from SCD table is not present in the SCD1 table, that is the new product, that means it is a new product to the market, then you have to insert that data from the SCD table, right? Whenever the when matched, then update, that means the product is there already, product id is there from the source table to destination table, then but the name is got changed, then you have to update it, update the product name. When not matched by the source itself, when it is not there in the earlier, it was there but it is not there in the source from here on, that means that is stopped coming to the market, then it has to be deleted. If you run this, right, we will we will do that. So when if you observe, right, 1 2 1 3 5 is there, so 1 3 is also there, 5 is there, right? Okay. How I should be demonstrating this? Okay. So now, so 6 product id is not there. Okay, so let's insert one product id which is not there in the, or we will do one more thing, we will delete, drop this table. Let's drop this, drop table. So I dropped this. Why it is taking so much of time? So I am creating new table. Okay, so I'm able to create now. So first table is SCD table and second table is the SCD1 table, right? So product ID 3 is not there, right? So when the product ID is not there, new product is got introduced to the market, right? So that is the new product is, you can take it as 5 ABC, right? 5 some new product is got introduced. That case, it has to be insert the product ID, right? If the existing product something is, existing product is, take it as an example, product id 1 sibaka, which is not there, which has to be updated, then it has to be updated. If it is not matched by source itself, that means the product id which is there here, which is not, which was there earlier, now it is not there, then it has to be deleted, right? So let's run that. So we run these two together and then run after that also. We'll observe the changes. So product id, we'll insert this product. So product id 2, if you observe, right, the one understanding that you have to get is, if you observe, right, product id 2 currently it is showing it as a dummy, right? Already one product was there which is as a bubble in the destination, but some product, the name bubble got changed to dummy. So now this dummy has to be updated in SCD1, because the source data which was bubble earlier, the product which is calling with the name called bubble has to be, I mean, is got changed to dummy. That's why it has to be updated. And also there is a product with a one, that is Pepsodent. There is already one product id Pepsodent is there, that is getting changed to Sibaka. Similarly ABC, right? So let's run this. Then it has to be get updated and inserted. Since the product ID is not there, that has to be run here and then put it at the end. So merge will do, insert updated. Insertion is not there because insert will not happen because there is no other record. Merge statement attempted to update the same row more than once. Okay, the data got corrupted. Okay, that is fine. Now I have to do one thing. Okay, we'll do one thing. Drop this table. Just create this. Create this table. Okay. Now I will just run these two. So SCD1. Okay. So if you observe, right, currently SCD1 is not having any records. Correct? Only SCD table is having a data. If you observe, right, if you ulta do it in the reverse way. So currently the product table in the target end, we don't have any data. Since these are all the new product got introduced to the market, so all these products will be get inserted into Pepsodent. We will update it to 3. Okay, just we will update 3. Okay, so now let's see the data. Currently it is there as, so 1 3 1 2 3 is there products, which is all the new product that got introduced to the market. If I run the merge statement, all 3 will be get inserted into your SCD1 because those are all the new product that got introduced to the market. See, if you now run the SCD1, you all 3 got inserted into SCD1. Okay, now let's see the update scenario. How the update will happen? Now product ID Pepsodent, which is 3, is changed to product Pepsodent new. Okay, if that is the case, if I do example, I will update, the one product name, product ID. Sorry, I will update the product name to Pepsodent new. Okay, so I will just, where is that, where the product ID is. So name of the product got changed from Pepsodent to Pepsodent new for the product ID in the first table. So when it gets changed here, when I run the merge, automatically the name of this product ID 3 has to be get updated into new product. That's the understanding. Let's run this first. In the I am updating in the first table. So the table gets updated. Let's run the select statement. Something is wrong. Near equal to something is wrong. Okay, 1 minute. Set product name. Okay, I am updated the SCD table. So once I updated, again wrong, huh? Why man, invalid product ID. Why product ID wrong, huh? Product, okay, spelling is wrong. Okay, I'm updating this as a product ID. So when I do that binary truncation, my local SCD product name. Hmm, why man?
Where condition?
That is correct only, right? Column product name truncated. Okay. PPP. Okay. Pepsodent got changed to PEP. Let's see what we did give. Subtracted. Okay, the pay got pep. Okay, so now the product id which is pepsodent got changed to pep. So when I run the merge statement, the product id which is there as the pepsodent has to be kept that updated to the new name called pep, because the name of that product got changed from so and so date to so and so date. So if I do that, so automatically now the scd1 is got changed to pep. See,
Yes.
correct, right? So earlier what I did was the everything was the new product, hence I'm able to insert all the new records into the scd1. When the name of that product got changed, so I'm able to change the product name now. Okay, new, there will be a product which is currently existed, correct, right? Currently existing one also there, three is also there, two is also there. Okay, suddenly pep is stopped coming into the market itself, then this is stopped coming. Okay, so I will just delete that one row, that is two, right? I will delete from SCD where product ID is equals to 2. Okay, my intention is some product which is there in the market, that is Pepsodent, is Pep is stopped coming into the market itself. If that is the case, I need to delete this from the source table. When I delete and run the merge statement, automatically destination table should be get deleted also, right? I'm able to delete the one row. Now I run the scd and scd1. Scd1 is the having the pep table, pep data, but it is not there in the source itself. That is my first table, scd table. Now if I run the corresponding merge table, the scd1 also which is there as the pep here will be deleted. Let's check it out. Okay, see here, the first one before executing the merge statement, the pep is there. Okay. After executing the merge statement, I ran the select statement. The pep is also not there in the SCD1, or either in the SCD1 or in the SCD. You got it?
Yes.
So merge is the statement which help you to maintain the SCD types of a data, slowly changing dimensions of the data, where you will able to insert, delete, update. You can do based on the source data changes. That's it. Okay, that's the understanding of joins, and that's the understanding of all the SCD types for today. Any questions we can discuss? If not, we are good to end this session. Any questions?
No.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.